Good morning, sports fans and everybody in the model world. Here we go today. Well, it's not quite Friday, but I think it's my Friday. It might be my Monday. I'm not even sure. But today is a special day because look at this. We got boxes on the table, so we're going to do a little bit of an unboxing, take a look and see what has come in here. First off the bat, and okay, take two. We got the 48ers. We got Flying Leathernecks. And up here, I already opened the box. This was actually filmed for here from a couple of days ago. Some new stuff from ResKit, so we'll check that out too. But first, one of the joys of opening boxes to see what's in them. Oh, here we go. Let's pull these things out. All right, looks like we got some single package today. Some new JDAM GBU 31s. I had bought a couple of those previously. First round, there was a little bit of damage. I'm not sure. I may have done a video on this or not, but on this first one, you can see here, they were packaged individually in little bags, and there was some strake damage on, unfortunately, all of them had some kind of strake damage. So Dave did some retooling of things and resetting things up, and look at this. These things are packaged beautifully and independently. Dave did some awesome stuff. Look at this. So now they come with a little protective cage, and they just peel apart like that. So I don't see any print supports. That's one of the things that Flying Leathernecks kind of prides themselves on, is that there are no print supports. You simply get the parts and they take them out of the bag and they're ready to work. So let's see how this goes. Oh, cool. So there's a little plug in the front end. There we go. There's one side. I'm probably doing this the wrong way. Whoop, there we go. And look at that. It is beautiful. The racks are on there. The strakes are, well, I just broke that one by dropping it. But the rest of them are beautiful and perfect. The strakes are perfectly done. I'm going to save these because I don't want to pop another one off and break it. But let's take a look. What else is in the package? We have our instructions with paint masks, which are super, super cool. And our tails here, our fuses. So we're going to do something a little bit coming up here. I think one of the next videos is going to be, we'll call it a JDAM off, and we're going to take a look at the Flying Leatherneck ones, the new Flightline resin ones, and the new ResKit ones. These are all 3D printed. So that's what's going to go on the workbench next is a JDAM off. We're going to take a look at all three of them. They're all beautiful, and we'll see some information about that. All right, moving on. Let's get the boxes out of the way here. I can't believe I actually just broke that. Yeah, that's what modeling is for, right? That's what basic modeling skills are good for. All right, let's take a look at our 48ers box here. There are gonna be some good goodies in here, I know it. So let's check it out. As always, well packaged. It's just like Christmas morning, just rip right into it. Boom, look at this. All right, let me get these out. Everything is unboxed in here on the table, and let's see what we got. We are going heavy on a couple aftermarket things here. Detail and Wonder, I love this company. I love what they put out. I love what they do. Their landing gears are simply amazing. We've got an F-35A set here. Basically, these are for kits that I don't even have yet because I have a set and I like them so much, I'm going to do it a second time. So another Tamiya F4B set here, and then some F-35 nozzles. I'm hoping the F-35A and C nozzle should be the same, should fit the exact same way, but got another one of those here. Gloria, let's move these for a minute. Gloria's got some cool stuff, and I know on the last video we showed some new Galaxy stuff with the tow bars, but these are Gloria's new ones, and some F-14 intakes. We'll do a little video about the intakes because we've got ResKit, Gloria, Fab Scale, and some others actually, but those are the ones I have right now. And then some F-35 wheels, which if you're using this set has the wheels, so you don't need the wheels, but they looked cool, so I thought I'd check them out. Let's open it up, see what it looks like. Oh yes, and I don't want to forget, we have here, this is Zeus Project. This is I believe this is actually Ilias at the 48ers. He's part of this. So it's F-16 stencils and placards for 2 aircraft. So thanks to Kinetic, I've got quite a few F-16 kits on the build list. And even though my Fighter Town decals have some stuff and the kit stuff has decals, I thought some aftermarket decals would be pretty awesome. Let's see if we can get a little bit better look here for you. So lots of cool details to go on your F-16. And I love these chrome oleo struts. So the nice thing is we'll measure it out, but those should be perfectly height-wise to fit on the oleos, on the struts, on the landing gear, and then you probably just have to cut it so you have, to wrap it around. Even some remove before flight tags on there, basically 2 sets per sheet, and very cool stuff. So let's open these up. All right, the boxes are open. Let's get to it. Let's take a look at some wheels first off the bat. While I'm doing this, now that the first build, F-14, the VX4 jet is totally done, I'm going to start another one. And honestly, full disclosure, while we're looking at these wheels, I already have another one done. But I think we might do some sort of like a survey to see what people out there in Nav Air and Scale world would like to see, whether it be maybe a low-vis F-14B, hint, hint, or something else along the way. But we'll talk about that in the next one. So some cool wheels in here and nice parts. Let's see, tires molded in black for you. That's pretty cool with the treads on there. They look great. All 3D printed stuff these days. Just it's an awesome world that we live in for model technology, at least. And let's take a look at our F-14 intakes. These are basically the same as what the other guys at Fab has done too. So it's basically it's exactly the same as the kit Tamiya, and they just drop in fit. These are molded in a cool white color, but I love the packaging. And then you can use these little plastic tubs for things when you're done. What else do we got? All right, so our tow bars. I know I've shown the Galaxy set recently, and those are beautiful. So let's see how these look. They look just as nice, molded in black, or not molded, but printed in black. And we have a couple of things here. Look at this. Okay, so we get chain. This is silver chain. Pretty sure this is like the same stuff that you can just go on Amazon and or a jewelry store or anything like that and buy a fake jewelry chain. But that's kind of cool that they include that there. Then let's take a look. We're gonna have to cut these out to get a good look at them, but tow bars look really nice, well printed in there. Some good detail. There's 3 of them, and then our front end here. I don't know why these iPhones now jump this focus. I hate it. I can't figure out how to turn it off. If anyone knows, tell me. But here you go. There's the front end of that. And some instructions and decal sheet. Well, that's kind of interesting. We got our reflective yellow here, which means you can paint these white. If they were painted yellow, you would need silver. And then a couple of different codes, and then lots of numbers on there and letters, so you can make your own. How about that? That's pretty cool. All right, let's move these things out of the way. Boom, boom, boom. And let's check out our Detail and Wonder. These are the F4 landing gear sets here. So, good printing. It's kind of hard to see it when they're all there, but they are still doing... it looks like this is an older set too, so I think the newer sets have changed, but they are still doing resin printed tires, but 3D printed hubs. That's good. And then our supports and our silver oleos. This is one of the things I love about Detail and Wonder. They give you the oleo struts in metal, the perfect size. They fit right in. You don't have to paint them. You don't have to deal with them. It's honestly one of the biggest reasons I buy these over another brand, and they're just freaking cool. So there you go. All right, moving on. But this is our F-35A, and like I said, hopefully C. I do know that the B is different than the A and the C, but hopefully the the A and the C are the same because I'm going to go crazy building F-35Cs. So there is your nozzle. Let's see. There's some cool detail in there. I mean, the kit part is really beautiful, but I think what comes, the benefit of this 3D stuff is that interior nozzle look there. So there you go. There's a take a look at that. And then we have our F-35, boom, boom, landing gear. So kind of a cool little plate here and a jig for the nose there. And this is what I was talking about. Most of these sets have always come in kind of a full packing here, but we've got our nose strut here. What I am really, really crossing my fingers and hopefully, there you go, there's Oleos, hoping for is GTL & Wonder's F-35C set, which I can't tell you 100% that that's a real thing coming, but I would expect it is, and I would expect it to hopefully be very soon. There's our wheel hubs, and then again, our wheels cast in resin, and our nose is up front, the main gear's in back, and then on this side we have our main gear and our wheel hubs. So that's what came here. Woo, enough of that. We're going to take a look at res kit stuff that came last week in the next video. So thanks out there. Be kind to one another. Be excellent. Happy modeling. Build Navy, fly Navy, and just go build models. See ya.